Alright everybody, today we are going to be doing Pokemon Black with Audino. I'm going to go back and forth between Audino or Audino because I'm still not 100% sure on the correct way to say the name, but I'll figure it out. But anyway, I was taking a look at this thing's stats and moveset. This Pokemon's surprisingly bulky, 100 HP, and it's not like the Chansey kind of bulky with its high HP stat, because Chansey has literally like 5 defense, Blissey has 10 defense. Audino has 103 HP, but 80 in the defensive stat, so this thing is surprisingly bulky. Plus it's in the fast group as well. Plus our attack stat is far better. I think it was like 60 attack. The one downside is we do have 50 speed, but that's fine though. Unova is not a particularly fast region. Is Audino decent in any form? I mean, one way to find out. I mean, it's the only Gen 5 Pokemon that even got a Mega, so we'll see if it deserved a Mega or not. Honestly, I think Zorwark should have gotten one. I mean, there's a lot of other Unova Pokemon that should have deserved one. But yeah, anyway, our nature is going to be Jolly, so plus speed minus special attack. Yeah, the level up moveset isn't the best, but we get a lot of TMs to work with. Honestly, the one thing I'm happy of is we get Secret Power at level 20, because Secret Power with Stab is very good, and the problem is with Unova, you don't get many TMs at the start. Like, the only, like, good TMs you can even get are Workup, Retaliate, Attract, Rest, and you don't really get any decent TMs for attacking until after Berg when you can get Dig, and then Nimbasa when you can get Return. So the fact that we get Secret Power by level up is going to be really good. I was trying to figure out what Pokemon to compare this to for the leaderboard. I'm comparing this to Delcatty because if you take a look at our leaderboard right here, Delcatty is all the way down here in 16th place with the 138. But the one thing you got to keep in mind, I had to use Double Slap and Retaliate up until I could purchase Return. And then when I purchased it, it became really fast. So, the fact that Audino is going to get Pound at the start, immediately way better than Double Slap. Although, we do get Double Slap as well, as you can see right over here. We get it at level 10. But hey, Pound is infinitely better. I mean, I think Delcatty and Audino are both in the fast growth rate anyway. But yeah, honestly, this thing is just going to completely cruise. And our ability is Regenerator. Honestly, Audino doesn't really have a useful ability at all. Because I remember looking at its list of abilities. I know Axew in the notes suggested to go for Regenerator, but its other abilities are Healer and Klutz. All Klutz does is basically, I think it prevents the opponent from using a held item. The Pokemon can't use any held items. Oh, that's for me? Oh man, and that sucks. And a healer is effectively useless in single battles. Regenerators restore a little HP when withdrawn from battle. Technically, that could be useful if we got roared out of battle, but I'm not going to purposefully wait to get roared out. The only real fight where that could even happen is with Drayden. He could Dragon Rush you, Dragon Tail you out. But yeah, all the abilities are essentially useless. But yeah, it's not really going to have any use at all. But anyway, I think this is going to do a lot better than Delcatty, but the only other normal type on my leaderboard is Braviary. Braviary is an absolute powerhouse. It's in the slow group, but it's still an absolute powerhouse. I don't think it's going to beat that, so I think 125, 128 is appropriate. Or Sigilyph with Whirlwind. I mean, it's not going to really affect me because I always keep my HM users deposited anyway. Honestly, Drayden is just the only person I've seen, like, actively succeed in doing it. Anyway. No, I was talking about Braviary. Braviary's in the slow group. That's what I was saying. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to look at Axew's summary for these notes. Stab, Return, and Dig are enough for this thing to do well for Gen 5. There's no Ghost type with Levitate, or Ghost Flying Pokemon in Unova. It's Speed is honestly a concern for Marshall and N, with 112 at Marshall's fastest being Minshao, and N's overcrowded 125s, and the Archeops with 130. So that's essentially why we're using a Jolly Nature. And let's see, I'm gonna just skim through. What level are we expected to arrive at N at? I don't really see anything about it. Honestly, I think just because of the fast group and Lucky Egg, I'm going to try and skip rare candies this run. I don't really think this thing needs it. Just run Surf, it's faster. Does this thing really benefit from Surf? Like, why would I teach it Surf? Like, that's a question. Like, what? I guess the only thing I could think of is Clay. Oh, wait. We don't get Surf till after Clay anyway. Mixed is pretty good. Yeah, but what would Surf be useful for? To the point where I would prefer to use it over something else like Return or Dig. Like, I don't get it. Alright, and looking at my other sets, I'm going to have a Grass Knot to deal with Clay, so I'll need to remember to get that in the woods and the Pinwheel Forest. I've never picked up the TM before, but I do know where it is. Dominic, it's either Regenerate, Healer, or Klutz. They're all useless abilities. Klutz is actually a negative. It prevents Audino from using held items. I have no idea why that's an ability. It's for Chantal and the Rocks on N's team. I mean, obviously I'll still get Dig for before Surf, but let's see where else we would end up using Dig. Let's see. Oh, it says here we'll be grabbing Shadow Ball for Chantal, as Dig isn't going to be enough for her. So my final moveset for the League is going to be, let's see, I'm going to have a mixture of Attract, Substitute, and Rest for some fights. And drop Return for Shadow Ball, and then reteach Return. Dig the Zekrom and the Kling Klang. Then return the rest of N's Pokemon. Honestly, I don't really see any useful point in teaching Surf over Dig. I mean, you're saying it's just because it's faster. But honestly, I don't think the time save is really going to be enough for that. Just taking a quick glance through these notes. I mean, we get Surf pretty late in the run anyway. Get it after the 6th gym. You don't need Surf for Bryson. You don't need it for Drayden. You really wouldn't need it for the Plasma Grunts. Plus, if you just give Return some PP ups, you're essentially just going to use it on everything. And just for the random, rare Ghost type, I still have Dig on my moveset. So just use that. I get what you're saying, though. New move every 5 levels. Is this mon supposed to be a pseudo-legendary? No, because it's in the fast group. We all know pseudo-legendaries are in the slow group. There's no pseudo-normal types. The only one I could think of is Slacking, but I think Slacking is too good to be a pseudo. Oh, Getsus is just going to be... our final moveset for N and Getsus is going to have Return and Dig. It's just a nice option to click things. I mean, I get it, but I don't think I'm going to teach Surf for this run. If this was Black 2 and White 2... I think Surf could have some uses. Like, especially since in Black 2, White 2, in Challenge mode at least, I'm not sure about regular mode, but I know Chantal has a Drift Blim, and that I cannot use Dig on, so that could be a benefit. But then again, I would get Thunderbolt in the League. Honestly, I would just use other special moves like Thunderbolt. No mention of Reflect? Let me look. I know you can get that in Nimbasa. Let's see. Secret Power the Emolgas, Return Substrika, Secret Power to avoid static on Elisa. Teach Dig over Secret Power for Clay, teach Grass Knot over Rest. What's the reason I teach Rest? Oh, it's Rest. It's like an emergency strat for Berg. Reflect is how I beat Marshall in my run. That is a good idea. Let me see if I ever thought of that. Then again, Axu typed out a lot of these notes in January. He was really going through a spree of just getting them all done. So I'm sure the routing skills have improved. Banking on throw using bulldoze. I mean, we're doing the league Caitlyn, Grimsley, Marshall, then Chantal. We're going to use all our candies for Marshall. Substitute and pray he uses bulldoze. 2 workups and sweep. I mean, reflect would definitely be a great safety strat. I mean, for the rest of Marshall, we don't really need... He can use Storm Throw, but it's quite unlikely. And wait, though, after the first bulldoze, wouldn't he just switch over to Storm Throw? Yeah, he's only going to bulldoze until you're slower, which should be maybe just 1. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Honestly, that's kind of a tough one right there. Oh, it does say here, we'll have a substitute in place. Honestly, that's probably the difference right there, because I know you banned substitute because it's a winter exclusive item. So I think having substitute will just be just fine, because I don't think it's going to do that much damage to Audino, because I'm probably going to arrive at the league at like level 70. I think. Honestly, I don't think this strat's going to be too bad. Even if it does use Storm Throw, at least the substitute will prevent the speed drops. Alright, well, I guess that's enough note prep. Let's get to do this. Sub is broken and boring. I mean, so is return spamming, but I like to use it. I mean, I like using return, but it is satisfying to do a run that doesn't use it. I'm just saying, it's that kind of move. Like, you're happy to use it, but you're also happy you don't need to use it. Kind of like, I don't know. What would be a good example? Can't think of one. Anyway, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, Shadow, I've mentioned this before, but I'll guarantee if Substitute was like just outside Twist Mountain, you could get it in any season of any day of the year, you would absolutely get it. Also, everyone, this Wednesday, Shadow Stitch and I are going to be doing a black and white stream together. And I told him, what the... Damn it. Hold on. I gotta open PK Hex. Sometimes PK Hex does not save my changes. I saw Audino was female. I specifically wanted Audino to be a male. Alright. It's always Gen 5 that does this weird thing. It's like sometimes when I make changes, I have to re-roll the like personality ID of the Pokemon just to get it to save right. It's so dumb. I'll be straight, I might actually not have many runs. Do you want to actually kind of find it boring? So it might fall under the same thing as Lucky Egg. Wait, you actually did have the opportunity to use it in your run? Like, were you playing in the winter or something? I mean, I just view Substitute as a strategy that Pokemon can use. It's like, what's another example? Like, for example, you know how a lot of Pokemon get Protect? You could use Protect to block the first turn of Toxic, and then you could have the Pecha Berry too. You can just alternate Protects to, like, get leftovers healing. It's sort of like a similar play. Not as overpowered, I get that. Yeah, but I'm not the kind of guy to just ban boring moves. Like, Substitute is not a get-out-of-jail-free card, because it still involves strategy. I mean, if you ask Ike the Killer, in his opinion, Substitute is a strategy move, Rest is a boring move. Like, he thinks Rest is the boring move. Because all it does is you just heal the full, you just set up and never die. I mean, that's definitely an over-simplified way. Let me make sure it's... Okay. Just had to make sure the Audino saved properly. Okay, now we can get started. Audino gets better fight. Doesn't Audino get Sacred Sword? I swore it gets Sacred Sword, right? I mean, you still have to play around it, though, because what I've noticed in this game, Substitute in this game only really tends to work on Getsus. Because Guesses is kind of stupid with Substitute, but, I mean, with Marshall, it can help to block speed drops. I mean, it's generally useful in the league. But like I said, it's not a get-out-of-jail-free card. It's not Double Team. Like, Double Team, unless the opponent has Aerial Ace, always gives you a chance of winning with almost every fight. Substitute cannot do that. Do you mean Samurott? That's probably what you meant. I swear, one of the evolutions gets Sacred Sword. Maybe that's the newer games. Alright, let's see. Chili. Nothing to go over. Pound sweeps him. Teach work up right away. Okay, so I go minimum battles. Honestly, our stats are decent. I'm going to go minimum battles. Samurott gets Sacred Sword in the modern games. Oh, that's why I remember it. Because I messed around with Hisui and Samurott in Scarlet for a bit. I know they're not the same movesets, but still. You know, it's pretty funny. We're actually running with a male Pokemon today, because we are using attract strats. So we're actually running a male. Usually most Pokemon with attract strats want to run as a female, because most of the hard trainers tend to use male Pokemon, but today's the exception. Like, we might actually use attract for, Lenora. Lenora's Pokemon are female, so if we run a male Audino, we get attract at 15. The plan is to actually attract workup on the Herdier so we can one-shot the Watchog. Lenora and Caitlyn mainly. Ah, okay. Oh, Shadow, you want to know a fun fact? Starting Gen 6, Game Freak finally realized the AI was stupid with how Substitute worked. So in the newer games, if you use Substitute, the AI actually knows you have a Substitute up and will prioritize trying to break it. So here's a question. If it actually worked that way in this game, the AI actually knows you have it and will attempt to break it, would you actually use it? Like, maybe you can block one turn of Toxic, and then Cofagrigus will start attacking right away. Like, if it worked like that, then would you use it? Or are you ever worried about Caitlyn? I mean, she's got Focus Blast on her Reuniclus, plus we're slow as dirt. I'm not, like, freaking out over her. I'm just thinking, like, we should at least keep her in mind. I mean, I don't think she's going to be that bad. Yeah, the world's most accurate Reuniclus, exactly. Oh my god, I hate this grass. You know, there was a run I did recently where I went through this whole route with 2 encounters, and another playthrough, I went through this route with 11 encounters. I remember I was so mad I actually started the run over. Because that was horrendously bad. Pikachu, Aggron, Reuniclus, and Will's Clefable. Yeah, Will's Clefable from Stadium 2. Yep. Oh, that reminds me, before the next Stadium stream, I gotta add Quaghay as an emote. I might actually make one myself. Maybe just the words "hey" written in blue with Quagsire sticking out from behind, waving. N5's Goat Turtle. Oh, Goat Turtle. I did say minimum battles, but I think it's fine to just do this first. Is this scaring anybody? Is Focus Blast similar accurate to Dynamic Punch? May as well be. But in seriousness, it's 70% Focus Blast, Dynamic Punch 50. I swear, Dynamic Punch hits more often, though. I mean, we can use Attract on the Reuniclus, but I don't think we're going to have Attract for that fight anyway. I'll have to get further in my notes and see what our plan is. Should I? I don't think I need to heal at the center. Pound has a lot of power points. Part of me thinks I should heal for the PP reasons, but I think if I use double slap for the gym trainers, I should be fine. Well, I don't want to chance it. I'll go heal. Yeah, just sub until she misses and runs out. Have Resto Chesto just in case, and then set up and win. You know, Resto Chesto is the only reason Ike would ever use Rest. But he really, really hates using it. Then again, seems like just everybody just plays with their own rules. That's fine. I know some people who think of Return as a boring move and will actually ban it. You need to heal anyways to save some steps. That is true. I would have needed to heal either before or after Chili. I think Pound is probably the better move. Oh. Yeah, I've got to set that. I did not expect that to go bad. Maybe I shouldn't go for double slap. Oh, that explains it. Why am I not healed? Okay, yep, I am just extremely stupid. I forgot to heal. I literally told myself I would heal with the fresh water. Yeah, these two resets were completely my fault. I mean, I already saved the game. I'm not gonna start over, make a new save file, and try again. I'll just have to keep these in mind. Besides, even at full health, this can get iffy. A little bit iffy, yeah. Blame Chuck. Come on, be a tryhard. I'm sorry, you're all distracting me, okay? I literally told myself like 10 seconds ago, I'm gonna heal with the fresh water. Then again, I think when I said I would heal with the fresh water, that was assuming I wasn't going to heal at the center. And I think since I healed at the center, I'm like, well, I guess I don't need to use the fresh water anymore. Yeah, no, that was a lie. Okay, I hate... Oh my... Thankfully, Audino could not learn Cut, because that would have been bad. Alright, I'm getting rid of Helping Hand. Yeah, we'll just have to make up the time elsewhere. Like, there's going to be some other harder fights later, and if we can do those without a reset, that's fine. I mean, here's the other thing. Resets early game take up a lot less time than resets in the later game. I'd rather have 2 resets on Chili than, like, 2 resets on Chantal, for example. Okay. Lenora, be level 20 for Secret Power and Attract. Have a Chesto Berry for her in case of no skill Hypnosis. Going to be using early Attract for Lenora's team to make things easy. Attract Herdier, work up 5 times, one-shot Herdier and Watchhog with Secret Power. Plus 4 Secret Power at level 20, one-shots Watchhog. Okay, so I will need to do some optional battles. I mean, I'm level 14. I don't think I need to do that many, but I should probably do the preschoolers. By the way, my mark by here is 11, 3, 2, and the rest were super potions. Well, I just lost some time there. I don't turn that on to save time, but oh well. I knew you always did the 11. I always did like 11, 3, 3, and rest. You said 2, 3, rest. Yep. And I get the Great Ball too. I like to just get extra good pokeballs, like for insurance. Alright, I don't think any of these preschoolers are worth fighting. Their XP yields are super bad. Honestly, I think the trainers past Charon are probably better. Attract? Yes, please. Get rid of refresh. Yeah, they ain't too bad. The monkeys are close to on par with the starters. Wait, on par with the starters? Dude, the starters have super bad yields in this game. That's... Like, I think Lillipup give more XP than Tepig does in this game. Like, look how little Tepig gave. Alright, and look how much Purloin gives. If it hits. Oh my... This thing has Sand Attack? Oh my god, dude. Yeah, see? Like, almost twice as much. I mean, I'm trying to learn the mindset that it's always faster and better to delay your optional training. Like, early game trainers, like, the trainers that I would fight on, like, Route 2, those are only worth it if you struggle with Chili. But if you're doing that training for, like, Berg, don't do it. Like, essentially, I'm trying to think of it like, do you need trainers for Lenora? Don't do optionals until after you beat the first gym. Do you need optionals for Berg? Do it after Lenora's gym. Stuff like that. Besides, there's just better trainers. Yeah, it's just in Black and White specifically. In Black and White specifically, the Unova starters had their XP yields lowered. It's to make sure during the Charon and Bianca fights, your Pokemon do not level up in between fights. Because they wanted to make sure your starter was still level 5 when you fought Charon. That's literally the only reason. In Black 2, White 2, they reverted back to normal. Alright, Woobat. Alright, I need a Roggenrola. Okay. I'm gonna catch something else. Well, let me see if I can find another Woobat. Okay, let me try and... I'm just gonna have to YOLO this, I think. Because I don't really have a good way to damage this. I was originally thinking of just waiting till outside, so I can catch something a bit easier. But, oh well. Hey, John. It's going... Well, the run was going okay, but I got 2 resets on Chili because I forgot to heal. Which is my fault. And I kind of feel bad. Wait, actually, that's a fair point. I forgot about that. You know, I'm just going to go dig in the files. Yeah, have fun with that. Yeah, what you said about, like, they give as much as the starters, that literally proved my point. Because the starters in this... It's not the full evolution line, it's specifically the base form. Like, those Pokemon specifically give almost as much XP as Magikarp. Because normally, the starters are very good for XP. Like, there are trainers in, like, other games that have, like, the final mid-evolutions. Like, the one trainer in Victory Road from Red and Blue. There's a guy with a Wartortle, Charmeleon, Ivysaur, and Charizard. That guy's XP is extremely good. Marshall gonna be the run killer? He's gonna be iffy, that's for sure. We're saving all our candies. I'm probably not gonna pick up many rare candies. I said I wasn't gonna pick up... I said I was gonna skip them. I think I'll skip the ones that require you to fly back to a place. Like, the Route 2 Strength Candy. But I think, like, the Route Candy in the Desert Resort, the one in, other places. Oh my god. I should have thought twice before fighting this optional. Okay, I did not know this person had a Roggenrola. Okay. I'll remember in the future, with a normal type, do not fight that guy. You're thinking of the modern rates. That makes a lot of sense, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go defeat the nurse right here. And I'm wondering, let's see, what level am I? 17? 17 and a half. Do I think the rest of the gym trainers plus N can get me to 20? Probably not. But, okay, I think I'll fight, like... Oh, wait, hold on. One of these guys has a Roggenrola. I know for a fact one of them does. I think it's the boy that has it, so I think the girl is safe. I'm just gonna fight one optional trainer here. Okay, yep, it's definitely the boy who had it. Yeah, the only reason I remember that is because I think it was in my Volcarona run. I was trying to do some training, and that person gave me a blackout. Okay, so I think N and the trainers in here will get me to 20. If not, I can fight Lenora. Well, if I get to Lenora at 19, I'll just accept a blackout to get more XP. Battle the 3 Temple trainer. He's the only one worth battling if you go there for 1. Oh, I didn't because I didn't want to go too deep in the grass, but I could have just used a repel. Well, I could, honestly... I don't think the gym trainers will get me to 20 anyway. I'll try him. Let's see. I think he's, like, further down. Yep, here he is. Yeah, I don't think the gym trainers will be enough. Yeah, they definitely would not have been. Lenora gonna hypnosis. That's why we have chesto berries. Okay, yeah, that should be enough. Son of a bitch. Well, let's see if I can win. I'll let him kill me, though, if it gets to that point. Hey, let's go. Yeah, he caught me, but I showed him who's boss. I really hate it when I try to get a drink during a cutscene, and then the cutscene finishes and I'm just standing there. And you walk past the ether twice. Honestly, I don't think I really need that ether. I mean, my moves are gonna have a lot of power points. I mean, I just forgot. Okay. Like, I was trying to focus on getting to optional trainers. The ether just blew past me. By the snitch on Route 9, if you literally run after getting fling, you 100% skip Zeke. Really? You have to be, like, holding B the whole time? I'll try that. Okay, yeah, so I got Secret Power a bit early. But the question is, did the Temple Trainer matter? What gives more XP, the Temple or Lillipup? I don't know, they look kind of the same. Honestly, I think, yeah, I definitely got too much. I think I did not need that Temple Kid. I probably could have skipped him. You'll have to remind me to try that when I get there, though. Okay, and, Chesto. Alright, I'm gonna save here, but... Actually, no, I'm not gonna black out if I lose, because otherwise I'll lose the Chesto Berry. Alright, so level 20, I'm gonna need +4. And +4, that essentially means I need 5 workups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that was lucky. Do I outspeed? Yeah, I do. Wait, I don't? I could have swore its speed was like 35 or something. What speed is that Watchog? Maybe if you didn't fight the Roggenrolas, Timple dude is fine. Yeah, that's true. If I had skipped those trainers, Timple guy would have been just fine. It's 38. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Those were accidental optional trainers, yeah. If I had skipped that... If I had skipped the Homer preschooler and that one kid who apparently had a Roggenrola, then the Timple guy would have given me enough to 20. Also, I don't know if any of you guys knew this. I'm sure Shadow knew. You know how TM19 is usually Giga Drain? At least from Gen 1 to Gen 4. Well, Gen 1 it was Mega Drain, but whatever. In Gen 5 only, they replaced it with Telekinesis. Did you guys know there was a TM19 Telekinesis? I forgot that was even a move. But then in Gen 6, they reverted it to some other move. It was only Telekinesis for this gen only. TM19 Gen 6 is Roost. Yeah, like they swapped things around. If it was me, I would have fought all the preschoolers and Temple guy. I don't think you need any of the Route 3 trainers. Maybe. But you see, but you get what I said earlier about it's always a better idea to delay your training. I'm trying to incorporate that better. I mean, some games better than others, obviously. But yeah, like you said, I could have skipped the Route 3 trainers and just go straight to Pinwheel Forest trainers. Those were much better trainers anyway. Okay, so I need to get Grass Knot. It's only going to have 2 uses, Clay and the 4th battle with N. Grab Rest and Attract. We will not be able to use Attract for Berg, but work up Secret Power is up to the task. Okay, so it looks like if I want Grass Knot, I have to fight this guy. Hey look, your favorite Pokemon, Menyummy. Or I guess your second favorite. Oh no, he burnt my Chesto Berry. Whatever shall I do? Alright, I think this is the TM. Yep, here it is. This is an area I almost never go to. My boy, Michael. This is the first time I've ever fought him, because I think this is the first run I've done in Gen 5 where I actually wanted Grass Knot. I think. I don't know, I've done like 17 runs in this game. I'm sure there's another time I did, but I can't think of one. Oh, wait. Charon gives you multiple Chesto Berries, right? I just realized for Berg, I'm going to need another Chesto Berry. I'm using Resto Chesto strats on him. I'm pretty sure he gives you like 2 or 3. So yeah, I don't think I need to worry about that. He gives you 3? Okay. I've been playing a lot of the gens with berries recently, like Gen 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well, not 5 as much, but Gen 6 was all... Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was always so generous with the berries. Like, each berry plant would give you, like, 4 berries. Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, each plant will usually give you, like, 2 berries. But in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, each plant only gives you 1 berry. It's so annoying. I hate it so much. You know what? Hey, let's get a massage. There, Shadow, you happy now? I remembered. Oh, shut up. And you got one more from Pansage guy? Pansage guy? In the Panseer guy? Oh, that guy. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Alright, I do need Attract, but I can just get that on the way out. I don't think I need... Yeah, I don't need to do any training either. The Battle Factory has really good training here. Or the Battle Company. It's only... You only want to do the training if you need it for Berg. Or for Elisa. I think for Elisa, if you need a very high level. Like, if Elisa's going to be the hardest trainer in the entire game, you might want to do Battle Company. Or if you need training for Berg. But yeah, I'm going to skip that place. Yeah, I've actually have thought about that for good mons with spread moves, just haven't gotten to do one yet. Sometimes Clay if you're bad against him. Yeah, I mean, but doing that training... I mean, Battle Company itself is still really good just because there's a huge cluster of trainers. Like, it's not like going in there only gives you like 3 trainers. There's like 7 or 8 of them in there. I just wish the Versus Seeker wasn't just in Fire Red Leaf Green in the Sinnoh games. Because it's such a good item. Route 4 Fisherman Bros. Do you guys think I should fight the Route 4 Fishermans? Honestly, since we'd be getting stab return soon, I don't really think so. I know Shadow would really want me to. But I don't think so. Oh, Shadow, remember when I was, you were watching me do a Black 2, White 2 run the other day? And I showed you the teams that the Fishermans had? And they went from having like 3 or 4, Basculins to like having 1 Basculin and a Psyduck. And you're like, what have they done to my boy? Wait. Well, I kind of regret not getting that ether. I'm almost out of secret powers. But then again, I don't think it would have been enough anyway. Secret power just doesn't have much PP. I should have healed coming into town. I just really wish you got the bike here. One of the things I don't like about Black and White, the Black 2 White 2 fix is you don't get the bike until right before the 4th gym. That always just seemed really late to me. Because in most other games, you get the bike like before the 3rd. Like in Johto, you get it before the 3rd. In Black 2 White 2, you get it before the 3rd. In Sinnoh, you get it after the 2nd gym. Like, waiting till before the 4th gym is just so late to get the bike. Like, especially for Nimbasa, like, not Nimbasa, Castalia City. I really hate running around the city. I really wish you had the bike here. Bikes are smelly. Dude, shut up. Then again, I may have needed the PC anyway, because I don't think the Ether would have given me enough. I don't know how many secret powers Berg is going to take. And besides, even after Berg, I would be out of secret powers for Bianca. So I probably would have needed to heal either way. Your Castalia routing is pretty bad anyways. Hey, I don't see you giving suggestions. Okay, I'm gonna... I think just 3 work. I'm gonna... You know what? Since I have Resto Chesto... You bitch. I would have lived that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rest. Entrainment? No. Lamau, I was literally typing them, but okay. Yeah, don't say my overworld routing is bad if you're not going to offer suggestions. Otherwise, you're just being an ass. I mean, I've been trying to accommodate some of your, like, routing plans. Like, the whole, like, deposit your Pokemon in Nacrene, not withdraw until Drift fell. I copied that from you. The whole getting the Dust Ball thing, using the daycare house to heal instead of the center. I used that from you. I copied a lot of my overworld strats from you. But then you're like, oh, well, you still suck. Why am I... Well... I was about to say, why am I getting attract again? But then again, I want the TM for it too. So, never mind. PokeTuber status. Okay, I'm not at that point just yet. Hey, oh my god, that hurt so much. Oh no, I've been identified. You know what? I think I will go fight the fishermen. Let's give them a visit. Oh, for real, though. When you get into Castalia and you go up to the first street to get the massage rest, go to the top street and cross the left and... Okay, hold on. Let me reread that. So when I go up to get rest and the massage, instead of going down to Main Street, I go up to the plaza and then just head to the gym street from the back? Is that what you're saying? Okay, that does make a lot of sense. Yeah, I'll try and start remembering that. But still, like, one thing I should have done is I should have healed at the center coming into town, because that's the problem I've been having with some of these runs lately. I just haven't had enough power points to do the plasma grunts and the gym. So I think from now on, unless I'm running a... Well, then again, the ether would have helped, but I've had some Pokemon where even the ether wasn't enough. Oh, Secret Power is going to have a great use coming up. I don't know if you know this, Shadow, but Secret Power does not make contact, so Static will never activate. Also, I usually knock out the Bridge Trainers and heal at the Nurse before leaving Pinwheel. So wait, you heal at the Nurse again? Well, wouldn't that involve fighting those optional trainers again? I don't like that. Like, the fact that you have to fight the optionals just to heal? I think at that point, it'd be faster to use the center. Yeah, it's really good in, yeah, Fire and Leaf Green. It's not as useful in Emerald, but it still has some uses. But in Fire and Leaf Green, it's good just because you get it before Misty, which is really early. If you ever go deeper into Pinwheel, you get the second Ether, and that works too. The second Ether? I'm not sure I know where that is. Maybe it's in my Discord in the Ether guide, but I'd have to take a look. I can't think of where that is. I believe it's near the Training Rock. Dude, that is so far out of the way. That may as well not exist. That's the Death Ether. That's the reincarnation of the Death Ether. I'm calling it. Alright, return in the place of pause. What am I teaching over for this? Oh, I also just realized I forgot to get Dig, too. Well, I don't need it for Elisa, but I really should go back and get that. Let's see, my move set. Work up, Dig, Secret Power, Return, Rest. Okay, so I do not need Attract anymore. Yeah, I saw it. Okay, yeah, delete Rest. Okay, let me go get Dig before I forget. I'm probably going to encounter those spinners now. Oh, if only I had a teleport user. Let's see if I can avoid him again. Wow. I avoid the trainers, but ran into a Sandile. Oh. I was bound to encounter that guy at some point. I mean, you only go for it if you want the training. That's sort of equivalent to, like, the SS Sand Ether. That ether exists in very rare situations. Oh, wait a minute. I still need rest for Elisa. That's true. Ah, well, I can just teach rest over attract right before her. Oops. The guy on the right has a sight line of 1, so you don't need to worry about him tagging you as long as you're a step away. Okay, that is good to know. See, now that's useful information, not just saying my overworld routing sucks. Like, I'm sorry, how many black and white runs have I done? Like, how many Pokemon have I done? Let's see. Oh yeah, 17. Half of those have had a second playthrough. That was spread over the course of 2 years. Like, give me a break. And my beloved. Yeah. Alright, doesn't look like we learn any other good moves by level ups. We don't need to worry about level up moves anymore. Nope, 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 nope. Oh. Yeah, Axew's done more. But here's the other thing, Axew, like... Little offense, but, you don't have to worry about, like, running a channel or anything, or editing stuff. You just do runs whenever you want to. So, I mean, that does kind of help. Like me saying Speed Gen 7 Overworld's bad, of course you can learn how... John, you've never even seen my Gen 7 Overworld routing. I've never even played the game on the channel. Like, that's not really fair. That's like saying, hey, John, I'm willing to bet I'm better than you at... let's see. Monster Lab for the DS. That's not really a fair comparison, is it? I mean, I used to have the world record in that game. I created that category. Such a fun game as a kid. Lamau, calm down there, Uber. Okay, right, teach rest over attract. Okay, now I'm really wishing I have an ether. Wow, alright, calm down there, Goober. You're making Domin think he's actually cool. He's just there as my troll mod. Alright, I think... 1... 2... Nice. Oh, that was easy. Kinda sad secret power is gone until it makes a return in Oras. True. The TM for it, yeah. The TM is not in X and Y either. In Oras, it's TM94, but in X and Y, TM94 is Rock Smash. But in Oras, Rock Smash was turned into HM06. So it's a bit... It's actually very confusing whenever I have to, like, make the move set images for the overlay. Because constantly, all the time, whenever I copy something from Gen 6, it'll say, like, Rock Smash XY, Secret Power Oras. And I have to, like, delete the Oras out of it. That bow tie was honestly kind of appropriate. Yeah, Secret Power, a really good normal type physical move that doesn't make contact. In Fire Red Leaf Green, it is super good. Because there's a lot of static and Poison Point users, so instead of using Return, you can just use Secret Power on the side. No. I hate Nimbasa? Why would you hate Nimbasa? That's kind of a weird take. Torment. Oh no, now I'm gonna have to go between Secret Power and Return. Yeah, Audino is fast level up group. It's this game's version of Chansey, although so far, it's a lot better than Chansey. You'd be surprised, but this Pokemon is actually very bulky. It's got 100 HP and 80 in the defenses, so it's like slightly less defensive than Mew. Slightly less. And its attacking stats are like 60. Not good, but this thing can take a lot of hits. Chansey, though, is not bulky. I mean, it gets like 200 or so HP, but the problem is, like, it's got like 5 defense and like 70 special defense. It's really awful. Yeah, speaking of which, this Friday we're playing the game with Chansey. Alomomola, maybe? Yeah, Fast is pretty rare in gym. I think it's just Audino, Cinccino, and Musharna. Oh, here's another rare thing. The erratic and fluctuating growth rates. If I recall correctly, the last Pokemon introduced with the fluctuating growth rate was in Gen 4. And the erratic growth rate was the same thing up until Gen 9, where Squawkabilly got the erratic growth rate. But before then, Gen 5, 6, 7, and 8 did not have a single erratic or fluctuating growth rate. It's like, Game Freak basically just forgot about that growth rate. I don't know why they'd forget it, though, because it's still in the code for the games. Like, they just stopped giving it to Pokemon. It's really strange. Oh, shaking grass. You know I have to, right? How much XP? 900. Okay. I want the protein, too. Since you gain an absolute buttload of attack EVs in Gen 5, using that early protein is actually extremely good. Nice. I haven't run an erratic or fluctuating growth rate in Gen 5. It's because they don't exist. They don't exist in Gen 5. You have to do something from Gen 3 or Gen 4. Wonder how it would work with those growth rates? That is an interesting question. I have dogs today. Yeah, it's sometimes actually a great breakpoint to push you over 220 depending on your training. I mean, it's a lot different from, like, using a protein to get from, like, 110 to 120. But from 210 to 220, make a huge difference. I mean, the protein is so not out of the way that, I only ever get it for physical attackers. I mean, if I was running a good Pokemon, I probably wouldn't get it. But I think for Audino, it's worth getting. Alright, so now I need to make sure I gotta heal. Let's see. Clay. Teach Dig over Secret Power and Grass Knot over Rest. Return both Croc and Palpitoad. Dig Excadrill plus one will not one-shot. Better to spam Dig, no workups needed. Yeah, like I didn't grab it with the swords on their remakes, but pretty much everything else gets it. That makes sense. Okay, let's see. I need Dig. And Grass Knot. Alright, I need to put Return in slot 1, Dig in slot 3. Yep. And then PP up on Return. I like how sometimes I talk to that thing from the back and it doesn't work. I'm like, come on, I want to use the elevator when I'm not on it. Interesting. Return doesn't one-shot. Swagger. You know, I really... Hey, Oh, right. I think I already know the answer to this, but Shadow, I'm assuming there's no Pokemon Ranger that gives you Personberry before Clay. I think that's the reason, like, when you catch Timpole, the Timpoles will have their 50-50 Personberries, just so you can use them for Clay. Makes a lot of sense, though. I don't think you're quite max happiness yet. Probably around 95 base power right now. It's very close. What am I doing? Save. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I needed to heal or something? I'm fine. Alright, return. Grass Knot. Really? That did... Okay, I guess it's just Palpitoad doesn't weigh that much. But still, it's a quad weak move. Wow, that did so little. Wow, okay, that is called never being punished, but I did not expect Grass Knot to do that little. Excadrill must not weigh much at all. Nor Palpitoad. Like, the fact that a stab return does more than a quad effective Grass Knot. Wait, nope. Heal here first. Then withdraw. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't use Grass Knot on Drill. It's very light for some reason. I don't know. I thought that thing had to have weighed at least a few 100 pounds. Dominic, I can't read everything. Plus, I saw your Power Rangers thing. Like, I try to read everything, but I'm not going to respond to everything. Because otherwise, I'm going to mess things up. Plus, I never really watched or liked Power Rangers. I think that'd be a better joke for Steve's streams. Or the Lost Actors swag bear. No slide optimization. Put your flyer on either the top right or the middle left. Whatever feels most comfortable. Just save a tiny bit of menuing. This is kind of weird for me. I always prefer my flyer. Like, I prefer to go right, then down. And then A to select the Pokemon. So, like, it'd be the 4th slot. That's always where I preferred my flyer. Like where my Woobat is right now. May as well teach it right now since I'm menuing. It was just how I've always done fly menuing a lot. I think it's from the Emerald runs. Damn it. Okay. At least that didn't hurt too much. You know what? Better get that. Hey, ground gem. Interesting. Yeah, I usually teach fly when I pop the max repel. I have a habit where I don't teach HMs until I need them. I know it's not the best habit, but it's just how I've always done runs. Like, right before, like, in red and blue, like, right before I surfed to Cinnabar, I used to talk to the water. It did nothing. Then I would teach surf and then surf. It's just... I've been trying to learn to get over that. Like, in my black and white runs here, I generally don't teach fly until I'm on top of the Celestic Tower. Oh, I forgot surf all the time, so I go talk to the puddle in Victory Road and get nothing. I'm telling you, like, that happens to me almost every time. That's when I'm like, okay, now I need to teach it. I teach fly when I do my max repel on Route 6. I know it's always a good idea to teach HMs as soon as you get them. I've been trying to get into that habit. But Gen 5, for some reason, is just really hard to do that. Plus, honestly, it's just because Gen 5, the need to use HMs is so far and few in between. I always forget to teach them until right till I need them. Like in other games, it's kind of different, because you need to use HMs a lot. Like, hopefully that makes sense. Alright, Skyla. N4 needs work up set through his defense spamming Pokemon, +2 in sleep, Grass Snot the Bulldor, Return Ferroseed and Joltik, Dig the Clink. As for Skyla, work up return. Hey, Axu, there's an error with your notes. There's no Skyla in this game. It's the Lost Pilot, remember? This ain't Black 2 and White 2, where Skyla was introduced. Are you nuts? Yeah, I mean, actually, in your defense, these notes were made in January. I don't think the meme was invented yet. Yeah, it wasn't. I'm looking at these notes here. The next section's called Bryson and Drayden. Who's Bryson? You know, actually, you really should be shamed for these old notes. We all know it's Lost Pilot and Lost Actor. We all know this. No. Do not heal there. Heal in the tower. Heal on Fat Fish Lady. Shit, I jumped down. Yeah. The reason I couldn't remember is because, you saw how I had to jump into the grass to avoid that trainer. In Black 2, White 2, the devs were being massive trolls. They moved the trainer that was there one tile up. So the way you avoid the trainer in the sequels is just stay on the ramp and go down. Like, jumping off and going into the grass allows that guy to see you. Does this guy have Levitate? No. I just realized I'm running a little low on PP. I think this... Yeah, no, that thing does not. Yeah, that thing I gotta use Return on. I can just use Dig on Fat Fish Lady. Ladder. Oh my god. Dude. Well, I was gonna say our Grass Knot, but I don't know how much Aloma Mola weighs. I mean, aren't fish generally light? I don't know why. Just going right then down. It's like a better movement with my thumb. I can just, like, roll the button. Honestly, I've always noticed, like, if the fly user is either to the left or to the south of my first slot, it's actually kind of harder for me. Kind of weird. Because, like, when I'm trying to move fast, I tend to roll my thumb on the D-pad. I need to tighten up my movement here. I know I can make the rappel last at the top, but I keep making too many steps. The kind of optimizations that no one ever thinks of, because no one else played the game as much as you do. And if only the Silk Scarf was available without Surf. Do-do-do-do-do. Well, I was smart enough to use a max repel on the Lost Actor and Gym Leader. What does using the repel on the Lost Actor do? Did that last all the way through Relic Castle? Or I guess just the first floor of Dragon Spiral Tower. You know what? I'll try and start doing that. I'm not going to save. I'm not going to show her the slightest bit of respect. Watch this. One. Oh no, amnesia. Oh man, another amnesia. You know what's funny? The word Simple Beam was going so fast, I read that as simp. Yep, see, no respect. I actually did use the Silk Scarf for the first time recently. Was there a Pokemon where the range absolutely mattered? It was faster to backtrack for it than get an extra level? Interesting. Is it a Pokemon you're allowed to share? You gonna share it with the class? Dude, why do you need to save repels? You buy like 31 to 41 repels. I mean, I guess the time menuing is time you don't want to spend, but in the grand scheme of things, does it really matter? Unless your leaderboards are being decided by like 4-second time margins. I'm sure maybe for your topmost slots, it maybe matters. I don't know. I just don't like thinking of tiny time saves like that. I like thinking of large time saves, not really small ones. Because in my opinion, small time losses, or small time gains, can easily be lost. Like, if you saved the 4 seconds from not needing to use the extra repel in Twist Mountain, you could... Like, that's another example. Someone in the league could crit you, and you lose all that time and then some. That's why I try not to worry about minuscule time saves. It's Chinchino. Oh, nice. I played with that recently. I need to stop picking that up. Oh, my repel ran out. Oops. Forgot to use it. See if I can avoid this guy. Crap. You only need like 20? Hey, what's wrong with overbuying? What else am I going to use the money for? I mean, those are the kind of time saves that only someone like Scott would care about. Well, Zealous Pawn, too. It's just, honestly, for the newer games, those kinds of tiny time saves just matter little and just less and less compared to Gen 1, because the newer... You can agree with me on this. The newer gens have so many variables with how you play runs that tiny time saves can easily be lost 99% of the time. Like, I'm sure you can agree with me on that. Like, it's very hard to get little time saves and actually hold on to them. I'm sure in Gen 1, it'd be a lot easier to. But in these games, not as much. That's why I like to think about the major time saves. Like, for example, with what you do with depositing the HM users for, like, several gyms to avoid double battles. That's a major time save. I mean, I always just buy 21 just because that's 2 inputs. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Like, in Johto, in my Hoenn playthroughs, I always buy 31. 31 is just my magic number. I just press it 3 times. Because in those games, you end up needing that many. It's just a habit carried from other games. Unless if you're running an extremely OP Pokemon, destroys everything and do precise damage calculations. I mean, in Gen 1, like, Zealous Pawn treats every Pokemon like that. Like, I know why he does it. It's his thing. Just not my thing. It doesn't mean I wouldn't try, but I don't want to treat Bulbasaur like I'm playing with Venusaur and spend 2 hours optimizing a Bulbasaur. I would optimize a Venusaur, but not a Bulbasaur. Why would I waste my effort on that? I mean, you're not Ring. Yeah, but I guess it's kind of a pride thing with this being my only game. Pride is essentially, like, the main reason, like... I don't think it's... Damn it. I was distracted. You all saw nothing. At least I can still avoid the guy. Alright, I'm not going to show respect for this guy either. What are you going to use? Acid armor? Oh, Mirror Shot. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Come on. No. Come on. Do not make me eat my words. See? Told you. No respect. Yeah, I don't really think pride is the right word to describe it. I think more like a mental mindset. Yeah, it would have been absolutely embarrassing, though, if he somehow got the best. Also, I'm going to heal here because my return PP is running relatively low. I have 2 elixirs, and I know there's a max elixir in there, but I've had problems in previous runs. There was another run, it was my first Seismitoad run. I used my max elixir in this tower because I was running low on moves, and I had no PP items for the league, and I had to black out and start over. Yeah, I should have remembered to use the repel, though. Okay, in my defense, the reason I did not use the repel is because I didn't save before him. Yeah, I had to use Drain Punch, say Grimsley to save serves. Well, I did do a second playthrough in the Discord later that week, and I did get a much better playthrough time anyway. Well, plus the first Seismitoad run actually got the 3% Woobat failed a Dust Ball. That Dust Ball gives Woobat like I think you said it was a 97% catch rate, and it actually failed it. So I had to go buy more Pokeballs when actually, I didn't have to buy Pokeballs when catching things. I had to, like, catch things later with those heal balls. I almost used another repel there. $95 to $97 depending on the level. Always super frustrating when it breaks out. Yeah, it's the worst. Or better yet, when you have the wide lens and you're using Charge Beam. Because the wide lens boosts your accuracy by 10%. So it turns Charge Beam from 90% to 99% accurate. And I remember there was a Heart Gold run I did where I had Charge Beam with the wide lens. I remember there were 2 times in that whole run I missed a Charge Beam. And it was a 1% chance. It actually did happen. I might consider skipping the Dust Ball if I don't one-shot Woobat and use a Pokeball. I mean, here's the thing with overworlding and then talking to the guy. Like, how much time does that cost versus just attacking the Woobat? And here's the other thing. What if you crit the Woobat? Technically, getting the Dust Ball is the safer strat. Hey, the wide lens is kind of a good item. It's really good if you're using 90% accurate moves. It's not so good if you're combining it with, like, Thunder or Blizzard. But if you're using wide lens in combination with 90% moves, like Takedown, then it's actually pretty good. But no Black 2 enjoyers get wide lens. So what does White 2 get? Like zoom lens? Scope lens? Yeah, I don't think the time save really amounts to anything. Hey, that Rog and Roll is holding an Everstone. Honestly, I probably did not need to heal here. Yeah, that might have been a wasted heal. Okay, so I can just hug this area? Yeah. Bright powder gang. Yep. Damn it. This is the first time that guy's ever got me. The only reason he got me was because I bumped into the wall. Like, that has never happened to me before. Really sucks when it does happen. Hey, Salamence. Dude, I went that whole time without a repel active. Don't forget Shadow Ball. Thank you. Oh, speaking of which, let me read ahead on the notes. Grab substitute in the winter candies. Bryson is a Bryson. At Relic Castle, grab Shadow Ball. Dig isn't going to be enough for her. Grab Shell Bell and Drift Bell when backtracking. Okay, this I need to remember. Where's the Shell Bell? Like, behind the center, I think? Yeah, I think it's behind the center. I don't think I ever get the Shell Bell in Gen 5. Alright, that's Shadow Ball. As for Drayden, +2 return spam. Though you might need to use one workup for the gym trainers with Dredigan due to rough skin. Gotta make sure later on I get N's PP up. One of the best PP ups in all of Pokemon. Haven't played much TCG live in the last couple of weeks. I've just been kind of busy with the real life TCG. Right now, I'm actually trying to complete a master set of Scarlet and Violet base set. I looked through the cards that I already had from opening packs for my card channel, and I was able to figure out what I was missing. I went to TCG Player and ordered from like 55 different stores. Expecting a lot of letters. I actually got like 7 of them today. I actually already got my chase card. The chase card from the set. It's a Gardevoir EX Secret Illustration Rare. It's worth like $40. And it looks nice. The reason I wanted to do Scarlet and Violet base set, master set, it's actually one of the cheaper Scarlet Violet sets to get a master set of. Because the Scarlet Violet sets just have so many illustration rare cards. And it's always the illustration rare cards that jack up prices of the sets. But Scarlet Violet base is one of the cheaper ones. I think the other ones that are cheaper are Obsidian Flames and Stellar Crown. Which is kind of funny because Obsidian Flames has a Charizard as its mascot. And the Charizard chase card from that, the Charizard EX SIR, is only worth $60. I think it's because of how overly printed Obsidian Flames was. But here's the other thing. I already have that Charizard. I actually pulled it from a pack in one of my videos on the card channel. So that actually saves a huge cost. Plus with Stellar Crown, the top 2 chase cards are a Squirtle and a Bulbasaur illustration rare. I actually pulled both of those 2 from packs, so that's a huge cost savings. So I can get the master set for pretty cheap. Damn scalpers. Yeah, right. Griffel. Wait. Wait. Oh, wait, it's in the house. This guy. Yeah, see? I just tried to use Surf and I didn't have it. This is when I teach Surf. Yeah, I don't know when my local store is gonna have those in. I know Prismatic Evolutions, they didn't have the set for like a week and a half afterwards. But here's the dumb thing. I hate how it's one of those mini releases. Like, they're not gonna come out in booster boxes. It's just gonna be like elite trainer boxes and select other kinds of boxes. That alone is gonna make the scalping even worse. Funnily enough, the scalping for Journey Together actually wasn't that bad. My store was able to get plenty of product. And I think the prices overall for the boxes have gone down because the chase card from Journey Together is Lily's Clefairy, Secret Illustration Rare. The card's only worth 130 bucks, like, which is high, but like compared to other sets at the time, not really the highest. I actually pulled that card, not in a video, I pulled it offline, but I do have the card. And I plan to make a master set of that as well. Journey Together is one of the other, like, cheaper sets to master set, but since I already have the chase card, that's going to save me a lot of money. And my plan with... Okay, let me trust the thing. Alright, so wait, I'm going to need to get off my bike. Hold on. Oh my god. So I would have to leave that building not being on the bike. Being on the bike kind of ruins that. Oh, but the newest set right now, Destined Rivals, the top 3 chase cards are worth more than the entire master set of 4 different Scarlet and Violet sets. Like, the Mewtwo's like 350 bucks, and the other top 2 are like slightly less than that. Plus, some of the other Scarlet and Violet sets, the master sets go for over like 1,000 to 1,200 bucks. So, unless naturally from packs you pulled like some of the top cards, it's usually not worth going for. Then we get ZA themed sets. I don't think there are any ZA themed sets announced yet. Okay, do I have a Max Ether? Elixir. It's just... I'm gonna use them both. I mean, for the League, all I really need is 1 Max Elixir. I don't really need more than that. Worth checking with the bike later. Neither one or actually use the bikes. We don't really know. I could have tested that, actually. You know what? I'll test it after the run. Just remind me after the run's over, and I'll test it. I mean, the run should be over in, like, 20 minutes. And looking at my over-under, it's definitely going to be cutting it kind of close, I think. But I think I can get the under. Oh, I'm really excited for that Mega Evolution set. I remember Mega Evolutions being in the X and Y sets. They definitely function differently. I looked at the rule set that's going to be in place for the Megas. I think it's going to perform similarly. I think they would have to evolve from a previous EX card, like Venusaur EX straight into Mega Venusaur EX. Either that or the Megas might just be the first stage cards, but I highly doubt it. I remember in the Gen 6 sets, I remember a rule where if you Mega Evolved, your turn would immediately end. Aw, crap. When did I last save? Hold on, I'm save stating. When did I last save? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, this is bad. I can't get out of here. Alright, I need to black out on the next trainer. You have the max revive? True, but... Wait, no I don't. I have a revive. Dude, I don't want to use it. I'm gonna black out. I'm gonna find somebody to black out on. Yeah, I'm gonna count this as just a blackout. I mean, I already wasted so much time doing this. But, I can't believe I haven't saved for that long. Yeah, that was how it worked originally. I don't think it's gonna work like that in the newer one, though. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I know this is unethical, but I'm not starting the run over. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go right in front of him, and then save and reset. I know it's not the same, but I gotta punish myself for this. Oh. Oh, he's like down here. Okay, so reset. Okay. Well, let's just pretend I saved. And I came back and beat him second try. I know it's not the same thing, but... whatever. Yeah, whatever. I already bled all the time anyway. I just did not want to go all the way back, because I don't have an hour to just try the run again. I will say, though, if this was for a recorded video, I probably would start a new run, but for a stream, no. Yeah. Oh, Shadow, remember when you were bullying me about, using, like, I don't remember what Pokemon it was, but I told you I was using, echoed voice for parts of Drayden's gym, and I mentioned it was one of the reasons was because of all the Dredigans, and you were calling me a baby. Just take rough skin like a man. It's hard to believe, though, I went that long without saving. It's kind of impressive. But yeah, I don't know how the new Mega cards are going to work in the new set. 'Cause I remember I looked at pictures of them, and for the Mega Evolution rule, all it said is your opponent takes 3 prize cards. It didn't say anything about, like, your turn ends. Yeah, definitely because of that mishap, I'm probably going to arrive at the League at, like, 124. Like, that's probably when I'll enter the building. Alright, moveset. Moveset for the League. Work up, return, dig, and rest. So, I don't really need grass. I'll hold on to Grass Knot for now. Alright, before facing Caitlyn, drop rest for Attract. Okay, so I should teach Attract then over Grass Knot. Attract, Reuniqueless, 2 work up, sweep. Okay, dude, I hate the bag in this game. Okay. Yeah, I imagine it'll work something kind of like breaks. Ah, yeah, those things. Those were some of... Honestly, break cards were kind of some of the worst, like, gimmicks that the TCG had. The gimmicks were so bad. They introduced them in Breakthrough. They thought it'd be something. But then they discontinued them by... Well, they had them into XY Evolutions, which was the last X and Y set. Like, they only had it for a few sets. But yeah, break cards were not that good. I don't even think people used them in the actual game. Like, in actual competitive, I don't think people used break cards. Gave us Greninja Break, which is the... Oh, so Greninja Break was good? I have some break cards, yeah. Oh, another set I plan to have a master set of is X and Y Steam Siege. Because I own a lot of cards from that set, including, like, some of the more valued cards. Damn it, I hate these trainers. Plus, it's one of the cheaper X and Y sets. You know, the only master set I've ever, like, completely owned was Black and White Emerging Powers. It was the second ever Black and White set. Back then, the chase cards of the set were Tornadus and Thundurus Full Art. EXs weren't reintroduced yet. I bought those the rare cards. They were like $7 and $10 respectively, but nowadays they sell for like $25. I sold the master set on eBay to somebody for like $230. I think if I had held on to that set, I could easily get 300 for it. But what I'm going to start doing with the master sets, that's essentially the #1 thing I like most about TCG. Like, I think that's going to be my overall goal, is to work towards master sets. Not like every set, obviously, but just the sets that I want to. Because putting together a master set and, like, putting the cards in the binder in the respective slots, it's really fun. It's like a completionist thing. But yeah, when I finish some of the Scarlet and Violet master sets, I'm going to hold on to them. Steam Siege just gets flack. I think it's just a meme at this point. I don't think people truly hate the set. I think it's just a meme to hate on it. I mean, the one thing is I've heard, is just people just hate Volcanion as a Pokemon. Which, I mean, I guess some people just don't like it. But the whole thing of, like, Steam Siege is the worst set, it's just a meme at this point. The set doesn't suck. Like, some of the full art cards and secret rare cards in that set are really good looking. Plus, I mean, then again, I remember back in 2017, it was one of the most overprinted sets of X and Y. It appeared literally everywhere. But you know another set that was heavily overprinted and people didn't like it? XY Evolutions. People often don't remember this because people are nostalgic over that set. But back then, I remember this as a kid. This set was literally everywhere. You kept finding evolution packs in stores for like 2 years after the sets came out. Which is kind of hilarious. Okay. Let's do this. Oh yeah, the Ace Trainer runs back and forth. If you just hold down as you get off the stairs, he'll never catch you. Like if you run or walk. Okay, attract. Wow, that did a lot. Yeah, see, Shadow? I need 2 workups for this fight. Without attract, I cannot get the 2 workups unless I get a focus miss. I mean, when the opponent uses it, it's not that often it misses. There we go. Do I outspeed everything? I think the Sigilyph was the fastest thing. It should be fine. By the way, guys, the... Oh, I just read that message. No, Marshall will be the scariest fight in the league. Alright, before facing Grimsley, drop Attract for Substitute. Yeah, honestly, yeah, Grimsley is like one of 2 fights I really love having... 3 fights I really love having sub for. The other one is Marshall and N. Yeah, just run down. I always just assume you're gonna run. Okay. I feel like I have to ask, though. Hey, Shadow, you might want to look away. Hey. Not cool, dude. Oh, that sucked. Oh, I think +1 I should... Well, not on the Bisharp. Wait, use Dig. Oh, really? I've never heard of that cartoon in my life. Before Marshall, use all your candies who want to outspeed the Mian Xiao. Substitute and Prey uses Bulldoze 2 workup sweep. Alright, so the Mian Xiao is 112. I have 5 candies. Oh. Well, I already outsped that without the candies. I guess that's kind of proof I literally could have just skipped all the rare candies. Okay, sub. Dude, a Bulldoze into a Stone Edge doesn't break Substitute. Then again, that Stone Edge probably missed. Oh. Oh no, Stone Edge just did that little damage. I was hoping the dig wouldn't do enough damage so it would cushion it up so I wouldn't activate Sturdy, but oh well. Okay, Chantal, drop return for Shadow Ball. Then for N, I'll need to reteach return. Yeah, this is one of the reasons I went plus speed as well. Yeah, it makes sense. You know what's funny? I've actually noticed this when doing those random solo runs in Pokemon Black and White. Wait, how many workups do I need? 3. Okay. So I remember planning some things. Even with fast Pokemon, having minus speed will allow the Mienshao to outspeed you after a bulldoze. Like, it's very, very close. So honestly, I think minus speed natures are never worth it in this game. Like, even with very fast Pokemon, unless you're immune to ground moves. Or if just fighting types don't scare you. I can return against ghost types? What? That's a thing? Alright, so let's see. For N and Getsus, I'll need to reteach return in the place of Shadow Ball. And then equip the Shell Bell. Plan for N. 2 workups on Zekrom. Reset if he crits. Dig Zekrom and Klinklang. Return Zorwark, Vanillix, Archeops, and Caracosta. Plus 2 return 2 shots Caracosta, effectively playing around Sturdy. Ran on Superior because she just didn't care about Marshall. Makes sense. I've only ever played Superior in White 2. I don't know about Black and White. I'm sure it'd be pretty similar, because I did not use Superior's hidden ability in Gen 5, because Contrary is not good for a regular solo run. It's good for competitive, but not for a solo run, because that would essentially make Coil and Growth useless. Bell. Alright, I don't need to heal. N will heal for me. N's champion. Yep, that is true. Here's something that always bothered me. Do you guys think that N's castle should have been a lot bigger? Like, part of me thinks that N's castle should have been like one giant maze. You would have to fight Plasmagron, Shadow Triad members. Like, the castle looks so much bigger, but you have access to so little parts of it. Like, if you look across the water, you can see, like, other pathways. Like, I wonder if, like, you were originally supposed to go through a lot more of it. That would have been a lot more fun. Red versus N. Red would beat almost anybody. He's a goat. The goat. Fought the sages. Yeah, that would have been another thing, yeah. Yeah, I just think the N's castle sections just fell too short. The background ground is painted cardboard. Would make sense to me. Yeah, try it in your ROM hack. Oh, I've actually been working on my ROM hack lately. I've just been working on some map edits mostly. Because I want the overworld to look more clean and polished compared to the vanilla red and blue. And then I might just do like more minor changes. I want it to get to a point where I feel comfortable releasing it and not releasing updates unless something is just that broken. Like, I think maybe as soon as I'm done with all of the edits, I'll stream myself. Should I stream a Nuzlocke of it first? Or just release it? I don't know. Probably do both. Okay, 2 workups, reset if he crits. Okay. Dig. Dig. That was the Zoroark. Dig. Return. gonna one-shot. Nope. Okay, yeah, I can definitely see why the Shell Bell mattered here. You get leftovers from Alder after Skyla? Based. I want to see it before I decide to play it. Okay. I was kind of worried people wouldn't want spoilers, but then again, I'm not changing the story. Like, the story is staying intact. It's the same story. I'm just changing other parts of it, so yeah, I probably should. Okay, sub. 1, 2, sweep. But then again, there are going to be, like, surprise parts of it that I want to keep a secret. $131.33. Darn, I missed the... Dang, I got a couple minutes over. I think that scenario at Drayden really screwed me. I probably would have gotten the in-between if it wasn't for Drayden's section. Like, the 2 resets I got on Chile effectively meant nothing. I mean, I did have a reset on Berg, but that was just luck-based. Where else did I have resets at? I think I had a reset on Clay. That was entirely preventable. Still a good time? Not really. Kind of a mediocre time. Alright, I'll let the credits play, and then I'll go ahead and test that, the motorcyclist Zeke on the bike thing. If I had your program skills, I would create a ROM to Oras where you get a baby form of Deoxys. That'd be funny. Honestly, once I finish Phantom, I might want to do an Oras ROM. I think they're great games, and as good as Sinking Sapphire as it could be improved. So wait, you like Omega Ruby, but you hate Alpha Sapphire? I know there was this ROM hack I've seen going around. I don't think it's completed yet, but I saw some YouTube shorts about progress on this ROM hack called, it's some Emerald ROM hack that had you play the game after Team Magma expanded the land. And, like, the overworld looks completely different. Dude. Why is... Dude, my controller isn't working. Alright, 4:31 game time. 4:31 game time, level 72. With 6 resets. Hey, good news is this is my 20th run in Pokemon Black. Alright, so if we take a look at the leaderboard here, look at that, Crobat's in last place. I mean, I know for a fact Poliwhirl can do a lot better, but I kind of don't have time for re-ranks right now. Anyway, Audino gets 14th place. It did worse than Virizion did in its second playthrough. Audino would play way better than either of these. I don't know if it would beat Nidoking, though. Honestly, it would probably be cutting it close, but I think it could compete with Nidoking. I mean, it did do better than Delcatty like I thought it would. And I knew it wasn't going to get anywhere close to Braviary either. Oh yeah, let's test the bike, yeah. Hey, did you know if you tap on the bottom screen, you can get your Pokemon to change positions. I'm gonna use my auto clicker. I hold down the left stick on my controller to spam left click. I do this like I hover my mouse over the run button, so if I enter a battle, I can just do this. Well, Shadow, that was my second playthrough. Okay, let's stop. I'm sure Audino's dizzy. And Looker's model in this game looks bad. It's just me. His model looks bad in this. Like, his face looks too wide. I mean, Cobalion just isn't that good. I didn't like it. Alright, so yeah, let's test it on the bike. Hold on, I'm gonna make a save state right here. Okay, wait. The guy does stop you, though, right? Question, do the NPCs move when this guy is talking to you? I mean, so far, it looks like it works. But then again, the guy isn't wanting to talk to me. I would have to probably test this during the Chansey stream on Friday. For Winter Route 8, so you don't have to use Surf. You know what? Show me right now. Yeah, actually, maybe try it next time you're doing a run. Okay, let's start here. So here's the routing I normally do. You saw nothing. Here's the routing I normally do. So what if... I think that's what you meant, right? That's kind of weird, though. Like, you just make a little loop. That's it? Oh. Well, screw you. I didn't need your help anyway. The one thing I like about the winter version of this route, though, is you don't have to worry about wild encounters. Plus, if you're sliding, the trainers aren't going to see you. Yeah, it's definitely way faster than surfing, that's for sure. Hold on, what if I hold the B button while on the bike? Yeah, that's the thing. Do not hold B while on the bike. Oh, Shadow, Biker Zeke here is in Black 2 White 2 as well, in the same spot, and he still has Poniard. Which is kind of funny. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. This run definitely went a little sour, that's for sure. The whole Drayden's Gym section was just kind of a nightmare scenario, where, like, the battle ended in a tie, and I hadn't saved for so long. Like, I was just not showing respect to a lot of people. But yeah, anyway, the next stream will be tomorrow, where I'll be continuing the World Tournament Randomizer. I will see you all later. Bye.